One of the most common errors that we receive in Salesforce, they're validation rules. So sometimes these rules pop up if you're requiring a certain field, or if you're trying to do something like create a duplicate in Salesforce. Salesforce may prevent you from updating or creating that record until those validation rules are met. Now, since LeanData is 100% Salesforce native, LeanData actions are also subject to whatever validation rules that you have in your system. So let's say you have a situation where you're trying to route a new record using LeanData. And let's say one of your requirements is that you need to have a phone number. You need to provide that. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new lead. So we're going to do John Smith from Microsoft. And then I'll go ahead and try to save this record. Now I get a validation rule that says, hey, please enter a phone number. So that is one of the validation rules that I have in my instance here. So LeanData would not be able to complete its action if we did not supply a phone number. So what we're going to do is this. There's actually a way that you can set things up so that the LeanData Integration User will get to bypass these rules. So we're going to go over to our Object Manager, and I'm going to go to the Lead Object Manager specifically and click that. Then I'm going to jump down to Validation Rules. And you can see that specific validation rule here for phone number. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this. Now, if you need LeanData to bypass a validation rule, all that you need to do is add a new condition or requirement to your validation rule that will essentially exclude the LeanData Integration User. Or this could also be whichever user that you're planning to create or modify records with, or it could even be a user that would typically run one-time jobs or scheduled jobs. All of these different scenarios can run into validation rules and prevent LeanData action. So what we're going to do here is add another criteria, and specifically, I'm going to look for the current user. So we'll insert a field here. We're going to check for our current user. And what I want is the current user's username so that we can actually specify this specific person. And I'll go ahead and insert that. The operator that we're going to use is not equal because we're excluding this person. And now we're just going to specify the person's username and make sure that we can close that in single quote marks. So this is actually the name for my LeanData Integration User in this instance. So LeanData actions would be taken with this user. And if you have other users that you also need to exclude, you can just continue to add other usernames here that you wish to exclude from your validation rules. So I will go ahead and check the syntax on this. Okay, there are no errors found, so it looks like we're good. And I'm going to go ahead and hit save. So now theoretically, every action that the integration user will attempt to make, and these would include your LeanData actions, they should be able to bypass this validation rule. So we're going to actually jump back to the lead that I was attempting to create. And you can see there's still no phone number. And I happen to be logged in as my integration user here. So we can actually verify if I'm able to bypass that validation rule. So once I hit save, you can see that this lead record was successfully created, even though it has no phone number, because I've excluded the LeanData Integration User, which I happen to be logged in with. So this is a way that you can include certain people that will bypass your validation rules. And if you're noticing that a lot of your LeanData actions are encountering validation errors, I hope that this gives you a path past those errors. Hope that helps.